Femicide almost always conjures images of violence against women and girls. But one of the most pervasive forms of femicide happens long before a girl takes her first breath. Across the world, including here in the UK, unborn baby girls are selectively targeted and destroyed simply because they are female. In Scotland, a government-commissioned expert group has recommended axing Scotland's 24-week abortion limit, allowing abortion on social grounds right up to birth, and making sex-selective abortion legal in Scotland, meaning a baby girl could be aborted simply because she is a girl. Most Scots, even those who support abortion rights, do not support this. 2/3 oppose abortion up to birth and oppose sex-selective abortion, but that doesn't seem to matter. I'm Catherine Mokler and this is Viewpoint. This is not just a cultural tragedy. It exposes the deeper moral truth at the heart of abortion itself. Every abortion ends a human life, and some do so with a misogynistic motive. Even leading pro-choice feminists like Julie Bindel, Dr. Kathleen Stock and Sonia Sada call sex-selective and late-term abortion a dangerous and misogynistic step backwards. When the abortion lobby insists that sex-selective abortion does not happen, their denial serves one purpose only: to protect abortion access at any cost. Even when abortion lobbyists insist that sex-selective abortion does not happen, their denial destroys the very girls they claim to champion. Across the world, sex selection is endorsed in some Islamic, Hindu and socialist secular areas. The birth of a boy is often seen as a reason to celebrate, while the birth of a girl is something to despair about. Between 2013 and 2017, about 460,000 girls in India were missing at birth each year. According to UN statistics, the number of missing women has more than doubled over the past 50 years. Both China and India together account for between 90 and 95% of the estimated 1.2 million to 1.5 million missing female births annually due to prenatal sex selection. These are not just abstract numbers, they are the daughters, sisters and mothers who have been executed and erased. When societies devalue girls, sex-selective abortion becomes a weapon used quietly but devastatingly against them. The Scottish Government review group led by Professor Anna Glazier, which suggested sex selection should be permissible, failed to see that ideas like this one have victims. This approach overlooks a fundamental ethical point. Laws exist not only to punish wrongdoing, but to make moral boundaries clear. If Scotland places no barrier, even symbolic, against targeting girls in the womb, it sends a chilling message about which lives matter. Investigations in the UK have uncovered concerning patterns. According to Stop Gendercide, a BBC investigation found non-invasive prenatal tests, NIPT, being widely used to determine a baby's sex early in pregnancy, leading to significant pressure imposed on some women to undergo sex-selective abortions. This evidence led the Labour Party to urge a ban on NIPT being used to determine the sex of fetuses. An investigation by the Telegraph newspaper found that doctors at UK clinics were agreeing to abort unborn babies purely because they were either male or female. A report published by the Department of Health concerning sex-selective abortion outlined personal testimonies from women coerced into sex-selective abortion by a third party. There is evidence that sex-selective abortion has been a significant issue in Canada following the decriminalisation of abortion there. An article in the Canadian Medical Association Journal outlines that easy access to abortion and advances in prenatal sex determination have combined to make Canada a haven for parents who would terminate female fetuses in favour of having sons. On the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, the Royal College of Gynecologists released a blog by their Vice President for Global Health, Hassan Shahara, highlighting their work to address violence against women. While we agree no one wants violence toward women and we want women to have the right healthcare support, Professor Shahara neglects the fact that under his leadership, over 250,000 and more unborn babies in the UK are being aborted every year, which include baby girls. His blog on ending violence against women and girls rightly draws attention to serious harms such as physical abuse, trafficking, female genital mutilation, and other forms of gender-based violence. But the RCOG's advocacy for broad sexual and reproductive health and rights, including abortion access, reveals a profound internal contradiction. If the goal truly is to protect the dignity and lives of women and girls, then abortion cannot be categorised as care or healthcare. Let's expose the death merchants for what they are. Abortion ends the lives of the most vulnerable and defenceless human beings, the unborn. Supporting abortion undercuts the very foundation of protecting women and girls. As Voltaire says, those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities. At the beginning of the blog, Professor Shahara mentions the harmful practices that damages health, undermines dignity, and fundamentally restricts women's ability to live full, safe lives. He promotes advocating for the safety and dignity of women and says it is a deeply personal responsibility and that we must foster an environment of trust and compassion. His cognitive dissonance is real here. There is a glaring contradiction as well. He fails to mention more than 10,000 women who took DIY abortion pills at home, then needed hospital treatment to deal with the side effects between April 2020 and September 2021, according to one study. Where is the compassion towards women in that? The RCOG endorses a system that enables the ending of female lives before they even begin. This is a selective approach to protection, only for some human beings, born women and girls, not for all unborn girls. If violence against women and girls is to be genuinely opposed, it must include the most basic violence, the ending of a girl's life simply because she is unborn. To ignore the personhood of the victim or sanitise abortion as healthcare, while condemning FGM, domestic abuse or sexual violence is morally incoherent. Both are violence, both end lives or degrade lives. Abortion policy cannot be blind to motive. Choice must include respect for the intrinsic value of all unborn human lives, regardless of sex. When abortion is used specifically to eliminate female lives, it is not about choice, in a neutral sense, but about devaluing girls, which makes it structurally sexist and morally questionable. Abortion rights argues that sex-selective abortion does not happen in the UK, but that denial does not align with the evidence. A 2025 study in Population Research and Policy Review found clear evidence that sex-selective abortion did occur in the UK among Indian-born mothers, with sex selection estimates reaching around 4% at their peak. Internationally, sex-selective abortion has been widely documented, contributing to millions of missing girls across countries such as India and China. Abortion rights' refusal to acknowledge this reality is deeply troubling. If the movement cannot even condemn the targeted destruction of unborn girls, how can it claim to stand for equality or human rights? It is abysmal that they deny that it even happens in the UK. And yet again, statements like this show that they are clear architects of the culture of death in the UK. Protecting women means protecting all women, born and unborn. Anyone who truly wishes to eliminate violence against women and girls must acknowledge what sex selection lays bare, that misogyny can begin in the womb. When unborn girls can be discarded simply for being female, violence has already taken root at the earliest stage of life. A movement that claims to champion women cannot turn its eyes away from the girls erased before they ever draw breath. Respect for human dignity must start at conception, or it is not respect at all. Anything less is not compassion. That is why we are calling on the government to take decisive action, stop sex-selective abortion, block abortion up to birth, safeguard women, and require full transparency in how abortions are carried out and recorded. To truly protect women and girls, we must protect them at all times before and after they are born. If we don't, our calls for protection are nothing more than hypocrisy. much.